Yeah. He didn't even come back to the chair. He sat a seat in the back. I guess he was union. He was on break. He had 45 minutes. He had to have 15. I don't know. And I thought, you know, and the director later today said, okay, Dr. Gregory, tell me some ways I can make my band sound better. I felt like Elizabeth Barrett Brown. He let me count the ways. Let me give you the first 10. Then we'll have coffee and I'll go back to the next day. I thought, can you not see that? Do you not understand that that just craters the rehearsal? What about the ones that didn't have a brain? They go, well, as soon as he gets to it, he's going to get mine. I'm not breaking for another 10 minutes. I thought the absurdity of that. He thought nothing of it. So apparently what? It happens on a regular basis. It goes on all the time. What happens? We got an hour and 45 minutes every day. We got plenty of time. Excuse me, reference back, there's never enough rehearsal time. It's just rehearsal time used improperly or inefficiently. Rehearsals cannot be effective without clashing order. Constant disruptions cause, can be, can I start that again? That was a speak up. You have typos, this is a speak up. Rehearsals cannot be effective with lack of classroom order. Constant disruptions and student attention will damage the rehearsal. Please, no candy money, fruit sales, or trip planning during rehearsal, if at all possible. And I understand, trust me, I've sold all those, I've traveled everywhere. I even sold fire extinguishers one time, personal fire extinguishers. I don't know what that meant, you put out your personal fire, or whether they were just little kids they should carry around with you like the candy mix. I don't know what it meant, but we sold it. I've sold it all, I understand that. But you can't do that in rehearsal. Just a little thing. It winds up being a big thing. When you've got 72 people in your room, they're all turning in money for the fruit sale. How much time do you go and get around to your chorales and your tone studies and maybe even pieces you're trying to play? Come up with some systems for that, please. Not during rehearsal, please. I was at well, you heard Jim yesterday. He works at Concept Institute. It's something you do every summer, a magnificent program. I've been with them for several years. I'm going back this summer. We were talking one summer there, and a session. We all do sessions. They go day and night. And when they're over, we do informal sessions. One of the directors got up and said, he must have been related to the guy who coached him. He said, you know, after you rehearse a lot, and you have the kids that are working really hard, he said, take a day off occasionally. They rehearse every day. He said, maybe every other week, take a day off and show a movie in the class. And I would say, you know, I talked with Alfred Watkins, and he's done away with the movie show. I was to go call Alfred and see how many days he has the last day and knock off from rehearsing and watch movies. What does it mean when you are, what does it tell kids when you show movies? Okay, too much trouble. It's like you standing up in rehearsal doing this work. What are you telling them, folks? I'd rather be somewhere else. I don't want to. Take that out of rehearsal. Just remove the chaos. Number 4, post-rehearsal. Post the rehearsal order and try to follow it. Rehearsal order. Probably 90% of the classrooms in which I visit do not have any kind of instruction given to students when they come in. We will have the essential questions, EQs on the board. How many got to do EQs? EQs on the board, reminder for trip money, reminder that they choose to do the meeting, got to pass all the smarties and assumptions over here, uniform things over here. I'm going, you have rehearsal today? Or are we just going to do EQ uniform? And I look at them and think, okay, well, there's got to be some indication what they're going to be playing. Kids come in, they sit down, and they do whatever. Go out the coach sheet. Have a coach sheet. And they come in and sit down, and the director gets up and says, okay, let's get started. I thought, let's get started. We're 4 minutes into rehearsal. Let's get started. He says, so let's take out your chorale book, and let's see, yesterday we worked on, and what's the message already? Exactly. It's an afterthought. Oh, I rehearsed. We did this yesterday. when you come in and it says on the board, number one, you're doing this, number two is this, and this, and this. So how are you going to enforce that? That sounds pretty heavy-handed. How are you going to do it? How are you going to make that part of the routine? How are you going to make them believe that? How are you going to do that? Yes, show by example. Someone asked me after that magnificent session by Tim yesterday, you know, what we don't teach so much of is how teachers to have that care and understanding of students. How do we teach that? And I said, every day you show up, you teach it. Every time you pull a young person off and go, you don't have more confidence in you than you do. Than you have to go out and get out. I just remember, I got more confidence than you do. Every day you show up and interact, you're teaching me that. You're teaching it. So if you want in order, what infuriates you most when you go to a meeting? Lack of organization. Second is for someone to have a handout and then get up in front of you and do what to it? Read it to you. Make a choice. Hand it out or read it. Don't do both. What does that say? I don't have enough confidence in you, or I'll go plan. Have a plan. Post your rehearsal order. This is what we're going to do. Post it and do your best to follow. Train students that that's what we're going to do. I mean, you don't have to every day come in and be an over about it. But you come in and go, it says number 1, corral number 32. You go, first thing's corral number 32. You go and say good afternoon, good morning. Thank you very much. Right? Corral 32. They go, whoa. I go, excuse me, could you not? I mean, I thought I had this post on the book. Did everybody see the book? Corral 32. That's where we're going to start. Rehearsal. Gosh, we already have 2 minutes gone. Again, you don't have to be a military dictator about this thing. But they need to know that it's important to you. The message is, it's important because there's never enough rehearsal time. And I care enough about you that I'm going to insist that you be better than the rest do. I want for you possibly something better than you right now want for you. Because I have more confidence in you than you have in me. And it's just important to me because I know how important it is for you. That's all it says. And when you rehearse with efficiency and purpose. There was Cecil Wilder and I were talking about a band we used to know many years ago, as George Lucas said, long and going far away. When we first began teaching, we went into this rehearsal room and he had those black kind of plastic sort of rubbery kind of folders, you know, the ones with official folios. He had his music stuck in there, and we walked around behind the clarinet section. And over here in the third clarinets, you know, you have 2 pieces of paper, 2 sides. One on the left-hand side was the one they were working, and they were marked all over the top part of this. And I just reached over, because they were playing, she still had it in her folder. I just pulled it up a little bit. Not one mark on the bottom half of it. You know why that? Don't you? You already know why. Stop. Beginning again. Stop. Make that mark here. They never got past half the time. They was just kind of play. They never rehearsed with purpose. He was just playing through things. Now, sometimes we simply need to play through things. We all know that. And my students understand that's my knowledge is a pair of new shoes. You get shoes that are the right size, the right style, they fit. But what do you have to do to new shoes? You have to wear them a little bit, don't you? You have to wear it before. And you put the shoes on and go, wow, I thought these were right. So you struggle through that first day or so, and you go, wow, either my feet are changed or the shoes are changed. So sometimes there are rehearsal things you just have that pair of shoes. You just have to. But not always. Playing through it is not rehearsal. And also, don't feel like we must play. If I've got 6 items on my rehearsal chart, don't feel like I've got to get to all 6 every day. Because if I can't, I've said to the students, if we only get down to number 5, I might say, or number 4, I might say, skip 5. I thought it was number 1. Skip 5. Can we just touch a little bit of number 6? We got tied up here in the second selection a little bit longer. I want to do this. So we don't have to do everything that's on your rehearsal plan every day. But you still have a plan that you've done your best. You have a format. In every business, that's the agenda, if you will. That's the item agenda. Action items, as we refer to them in the committee, right? I think that students recognize and appreciate good organization and rehearsal. Even in their sometimes infantile understandings, I mean that in a good way. On an unconscious level, sometimes on the conscious level, I think they respect the fact that you have respected them by giving them a plan and tried to stay with it. I believe they do. Number 5 is score study. Oh, here we go.